Hello students of 6th standard. We have started the lesson number 3, diversity in living things and classification. See page number 21 from your textbook. So today we are going to take shrubs. See, some plants grow close to the ground. There are some plants which are growing very close to the ground. They give out branches. What they give out? They give out branches which are very close to the ground. Whenever you see, they give out the branches which are very close to the ground. They are shorter and smaller than the trees. What are these shrubs? These shrubs are shorter and you can say smaller than the trees. But they have a very, you can say, thick and hard stem. The loenter, hibiscus, latina, coranti and rose are all the shrubs, and that may grow even up to 3 meters. Then see next one, herbs. Herbs grow 1 to 1.5 meters tall. The stem of the herbs, whenever you see the stem of the herbs, how it is? It is green and quite flexible. It is flexible as compared to that of the trees, or you can say bushes. Then herbs live for few months or up to 2 years. They may live for, you can say, few months or up to 2 years. Then see vines. Some vines need vertical support for growing. There are some vines which need vertical support. They need a support for growing. While there are some which spread on the ground, like you can say pumpkin. Then see climbers like that of the money plant. There are climbers also which are, for example, you can say money plant. They have the aerial roots. Then see, have you seen the cucumber tendrils that look like a spring? See, have you seen the cucumber tendrils which are looking like a spring? Of what use could they be? They also are used for the support. Touch the stem of any vines, what do you feel? They are very smooth and you can say very weak. Whenever you see that they are very weak. See the next one. Can you tell for how many years do crops like bajra, wheat, corn, radish, marigold live? See, the life cycle of the plants like jowar, sunflower is completed in 1 year. Then see, the plants are, you can say these plants are annual. So that means they grow in 1 year. Then see, life cycle of the plants like you can say carrot, beetroot, it is of 2 years. Then see, they are called as a biennials. Bi means 2. Its growth is done for 2 years. Then see next one, shrubs like the hibiscus or oleander and the trees like mango and gulmohar live for several years and bear flowers and fruits. They are called as a perennial. Those plants whichever are living for many years, they are called as a perennial. Those plants which come for 1 year, which grow in 1 year, they are called as annual. Which grow in 2 years, they are called as a biennial. Then see, according to the period of the life cycle, plants are classified into annual, biennials and perennials. So see that. Can you tell to which part of the plants and butterflies and insects attract? So that part is nothing but the flower. Flowers are very attractive and smelling very nicely. Therefore the insects get attracted towards it. The plants whichever are flowering, they are called as a flowering plants. And the plants which do not have flowers are called as a non-flowering plants. Now see, but even though non-flowering plants do not give flowers, but they have the root stems, or you can say leaves. Then see, the world's largest flower is found in Indonesia. Whenever you see the world's largest flower, it is found in Indonesia. The diameter of the flower of the plant Rafflesia arnoldi is about 1 meter. That means its diameter is about 1 meter. The world's smallest flower is the plant called Wolffia or duckweed. Its diameter is small up to 0.5 millimeter. It is very small in case of its diameter. Then see next one. Where does the pomegranate shrub grows? It grows in the gardens, or you can say in our bagichas. Where do the bulrushes, the railroad creeper grow? It grows in an, you can say, forests. Then see, where does the lotus grow? Lotus grows in an water. Then where does the dodder plant grow? The dodder plant grows in an, you can say, forest. Then see, we see different parts growing in and different places. Whenever we see, there are some plants which are growing in and different places. Plants can be classified according to their habitat, whatever the habitat they are having, or where they grow, the land, the water, the marshy areas, the desert. All these are, you can say, habitats of the plants. Then see next one. Different animals have different shapes to survive in the environment. Whenever you see, there are, you can say, different animals which are surviving in this world or in this environment. The great variety, there is a great variety of plants, and also there is a great variety of, you can say, animals. Amoeba is one of the unicellular animal. It cannot see with its eyes. The huge elephant, the small snake, the fish that swims in water, the kite that flies high in the sky, butterflies that flit around the flowers, a house lizard that crawls on the wall of the, you can say, crawls on the wall of the houses. Or there are some another animals also which are having the different characteristics. Animals have different body parts. For example, you can say head, neck, troza, tail, limbs are present for their movement. There are various organ systems also which are doing the function inside their body, and there is a lot of diversity in case of the, you can say, animals. There is also difference into the body structure. Whenever you see the animals like, you can say, snake or lizard or tiger or a fish or a eagle, hen, crab, housefly, earthworm, crocodile and grasshopper, you see the variety in their shapes and structures, in their color also, in their habitat also, you see the variety in case of that. We say, we also see variety with respect to food of all of them. Then see, they depend on the food. Whatever the food is available, they eat that food. Different animals have different methods for eating the food. This leads to different in their body structure. Now, observe the animals whichever are present in the surroundings. You have to make the list on the basis of the information which is obtained. See your name of the animal, what is their food, how do they eat, where do they live, the special feature you find. See, for example, I will tell you one animal you can take, lion. What is their food? Their food is nothing but meat. How they eat? They eat by tearing the flesh. Where do they live? They live in the caves. The special features that are found, they are, you can say, having a paw like jaws. Then see, you will not see all animals in the surrounding. Whatever the animals are present, you will not see them into the surrounding. Why is it so? There are some animals which are present in our surrounding, but there are some animals which are present in the forest also. What you have to do? Take a drop of water from a puddle and place it on a glass slide. You want to observe it under the microscope. When a drop of water from the puddle is seen in the microscope, there are, you can say, various types of microbes are seen which are moving in that. You may be seeing the moving amoeba, the paramecium. These all are nothing but the unicellular animals. Then multicellular animals are also seen around us. They are nothing but horse, bear, tortoise, dog. These all are nothing but the multicellular animals. Animals with vertebral column. The animals, those who are having the vertebral column. Vertebral column means पाठीचा कणा. Those animals which are having the vertebral columns, they are called as the vertebrates. And those who are not having the vertebral column, they are called as the invertebrates. Snake, bird, fishes and kangaroo is also humans, as also humans are vertebrate animals. These all are nothing but the vertebrate animals because they are having the vertebrate column. Animals such as snails, cockroaches, earthworms, they do not have the vertebral column and therefore they are, you can say, invertebrate animals. Name some animals that lay egg and others which give birth to the young ones. See, snakes, some snakes give birth to the young ones and some of the snakes lay eggs, or you can say hen lays eggs, but the human being gives birth to the young ones. Then see, we have learned the producing another living thing like oneself is called as a reproduction. That means producing this young ones same like us is nothing but the process which is called as a reproduction. A hen lays egg and hatches them. This we have seen in the previous standard, that hen is laying the eggs and it is hatching the eggs. A cow gives birth to a calf. The cow gives birth to a calf. Before that, the calf grows within the cow's body. Whenever we see the calf is taken birth from the cow, before its birth, it, you can say, grows into the body of a cow. According to the mode of reproduction, animals are classified into two types. One is oviparous, which are laying the eggs, and one is viviparous, which are giving the birth to the young ones. Then see, where are the animals, namely horse, bear, tortoise or alligator, a fish, deer and frog to be found? According to their habitat, you can say animals are usually classified as terrestrial and aquatic. Those animals whichever are living on the land are called as a terrestrial, and those animals whichever are living in the water, they are called as a aquatic. However, animals like frog, salamander, toad, they live in both places. That means on land also and in water also. Then see, so therefore they are called as a amphibious animals. So kite, eagle, crow, butterfly, honeybee all fly in air. Therefore they live in the different places. These animals are said to have an aerial mode of life.